So you're out walking your dog in your neighborhood and all of a sudden a car comes and smashes into the back of you and flies away.
Do I have a case? Welcome back to the Williams ELLEBY YouTube channel. I'm Joel and this is Chase, and today we want to continue with our Do I Have a Case series, where we talk about if you're walking your dog and a car hits you and speeds away, runs away, flees the scene, what do you do?
Right, so the first thing you do, obviously if you're injured, you go to the doctor, go to the hospital, whatever it may be. But after you've done all that, taken photos and everything we've talked about before, you definitely want to notify your insurance company, your auto insurance company, because even though you weren't in your car, you will have coverage under your uninsured motorist policy. Assuming you have uninsured motorist coverage, you will have coverage for that incident.
Yeah, and before you do that, you also want to call the police to the scene.
Right, of course.
So that they can have an accident report that you'll be able to turn over to your insurance company. But if the person who hits you really cannot be found, I mean, sometimes the cops can find them.
Sure.
But for this scenario, let's just say the cops cannot find them. If they can't find them, then it's like Chase said, you have to file a injury claim under your own automobile insurance policy, and that would be for what we call uninsured motorist coverage. So in that situation, in order to recover from your uninsured motorist coverage, you're going to have to prove that you're actually hurt, which means you got to go to the doctor, you got to get treatment for your injuries, so that it's documented in the medical records.
Right, and you also have to prove that your injuries were caused by someone who was either, I think the language is the use, maintenance, or operation of a vehicle. So that's why most people don't think if you're just out walking and you get hit by a car, well, why would your car insurance coverage cover you? Well, you don't look at what you were doing or what situation you were in, but if the injuries or damages were caused by another person's vehicle, then your auto insurance is going to cover you then. Yeah,
that's right, because if they flee the scene, you were hit by an uninsured driver.
That's right.
Because they can't be located and their insurance company can't be located.
Yep.
Of course, if they are caught, then you can file a claim against them, and their insurance company would be the ones to pay for your damages. But if you are walking your dog, you may also have a claim for the damages to your dog if you incur vet bills or if your dog is killed or anything like that. At least in the state of Georgia, you can make a claim for that as well. But yeah, I think that pretty much sums it up. If you are hit by a driver that flees the scene, then you do still likely have a claim, but it's probably going to be against your own insurance company under your uninsured motorist coverage.
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And that's why it's super important to always have uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, and to check your policies, speak with your family members, make sure they have uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage, because it's extremely important.
All right, well, if this video has been helpful to you, give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, we will see you next week for our next video in our Do I Have a Case series.